Panther Points is brought to you by these sponsors. Cornerstone Insurance. Insurance made simple may sound daunting, but at Cornerstone Agency, it's the way they do business. Specializing in agricultural policies from land and equipment to the crops you grow. They will come to your farm and see firsthand how they can help. Contact the Cornerstone Agency and Mickley Insurance in Morrison or Sandrock Insurance in Tampico and see what Insurance Made Simple is all about. The Cornerstone Agency knows how to keep your family and farm protected and your insurance simple. Find them online for more information. Rock River Lumber and Grain proudly supports the EP Panthers, just like the support they have provided to area farmers for the past 87 years. With 9 grain elevators and 2 state-of-the-art agronomy facilities, they pride themselves on customer service and attention to detail to add value to their customers. Hammer Construction in Erie, Erie High School, Melton Seed and Service, Erie State Bank, Berkey's Farm Store in Prophetstown, Erie Foods International, Wickert Insurance, and the EP Panther Athletic Boosters.
Jacob Bryan gets the snap and under a little pressure, and he hits Clayton Johnson over the middle. Nice gain for Clayton. That looks about a 25-yard gain.
Yeah, Clayton cut that off really sharp and come across the middle.
He's a nice big target. He's about 6'5".
And Jacob did a nice job keeping some composure back there.
He's done that really well this year. I don't know how many, you probably haven't seen too many games, but they are going to go for it here on 4th down. About the 5-yard line. Moore goes in motion. They get the ball to him.
Nice.
Couldn't quite see who got in there first on that. It was Tyler Nipper that was able to slow him up and then extended the play out to the sideline, and everyone was sort of able to rally to the ball. And Panthers are going to take over on downs.
Yeah,
that was a good defensive stop there.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Clock is still running. They haven't used their timeout. Yeah, they are really close. Snap back, hand off to Worrells, or maybe Hill.
And basically an untouched.
Yep. Oh.
All right, so the half full glass just went a little empty.
Yeah. Son of a gun. Halftime, but it is 6-0. Princeton with 15 seconds to go. It looks like they talked it over and decided that they are going to go for 2. Robbins is under center. Worley kind of back on an offset eye. They gave him a delayed handoff, and he goes in untouched, kind of like on the touchdown.
Just a repeat of the play before.
It was. All right. Well, I don't know why it's taking so long to get the ball set.
Not sure, yeah. Why would he move that thing clear over to the right hash mark?
And then back, and then over. And here we go. 11 seconds left. And they're going to go shotgun. Jacob rolls out under pressure. Going to throw it deep for Ross Purvis.
They did. Interception here late in the first.
Yeah. He's going to line up in the shotgun.
Looks like we got at least 3 guys 15, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Another low snap. He's surveying the field. Wait. Let her go as far as he can. He does have a cannon for an arm.
I'm not sure that could have ended any worse for us.
I know. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. Doesn't have too often, but here we are.
Panther Points is brought to you by these sponsors. Cornerstone Insurance Agency, Rock River Lumber and Grain, Hammer Construction, Erie High School, Erie State Bank, Melton Seed and Service, Berkey's Farm Store, Erie Foods International, Wickert Insurance, and the Panther Athletic Boosters.
Chiropractic score updates in a little bit here. Quarterback drops it back to pass across the middle of the field. He's got Jacob Starr.
24, Jacob Starr. Jacob Ryan put a hit on him. He was able to stumble for another 4 or 5 yards after contact, but wide open across the middle there.
Yeah. Gosh darn. Clark says the scoreboard is obstructed by the live counter. Oh.
It looks like we got a 1st and goal now from the 10-yard line.
I formation. Hand off to Worley on the right tackle again. Oh, he goes.
Bounced off and kicked it out to the outside and ended up with a 9-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to step on your play-by-play there.
No, that's fine. I was just lamenting in my head how frustrating it is that we had such a good game for the entire first half, and then it all fell apart with about 20 seconds to go in the half.
And now we've got a
jailbreak.
three-touchdown deficit looking right at us.
It's a little early to say, but usually when we're down here, I like to say we're about ready to start the greatest comeback in Erie Panther history.
Yeah. It'd be an awfully good time to start. With 11:16 left here in the third quarter, we got a 22-0 score for the Princeton Tigers.
I don't remember. 3rd and 5. I pretty looked like we jumped off sides on
did.
that. They did throw the flag. Ross Purvis does catch the ball on a slant.
Little 6-yard slant there, and Purvis just took off and ended up with another 10, 12 yards after the catch. That's a heck of a play.
Going to be 1st and 10 from 36, 7 minutes to go. I formation, Worley in the backfield. Whirls, I guess. Oh, he's got room on the left side. Cuts back. He's going to be off to the races. Carson Whitmay's got an angle. Not going to be able to get to him. He just able to touch him on the back. That'll be a 64-yard touchdown run for Whirls. Kind of showed all of his ability on that one. He's a strong runner and has good speed.
Yeah,
2nd and 15. Shotgun. Princeton continuing to look in the air. Wow.
Oh, he is wide open.
Yeah. Jacob Starr ran a little.
There wasn't a defender within 15 yards of that man.
No.
Caught to the back of the end zone.
Nice little slant pass there to the post. And
I don't know if we lost some footing with one of our defenders or what, but that was
either that or we only had 10 guys on the field. One or the other.
Something did not go right for us. So that brings the score to 35-0 with the point after try here coming.
Well, we got the best wives ever letting us golf as much as they do. So, yeah.
Good. I'd throw an irregardless comment in there, but I'll leave that just for you.
I appreciate that because Clark's tried to jump in on mine, irregardless once in a while. He even throws in like another word, like irregardlessly or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, the extra point was good, so it's now it's 36-0 with 16 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Good snap. Good kick. If this takes a bounce, it'll help. It does. Excellent punt.
I think we're going to come out and play some defense. Princeton's going to take over at our own 39-yard line, maybe. 44-yard line, excuse me.
Robbins going to bring him to the line. 1st and 10. Pitches out to Jacob Starr. Got a good block out front. Cuts it back, and looks like he's going to be in for the score. So that's going to, once they reset all this and get the ball kicked off, we're going to have continuous clock. So they're going to move this ball back. That was more than a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a 30-yard, 35-yard PAT attempt.
So this will be a challenge.
That's a nice-looking kick right down the middle, but he does get it.
Had more leg than I thought.
Yeah, he came through. We have just more commotion going on in here in the press box than we've ever had. Like the daycare center just opened up.
15 kids, 10 and under.
It feels like trick or treat.
Yeah.
We're at Sherrard, we're at Hall, and then we finished up on senior night on the last game of the season with Fulton. That'll be here in Erie. This will be the last play of the game. They're going to give the ball to number 34 again. He goes around the left-hand side, gets about 8 yards. There is a penalty on the play, but the clock's just going to continue to run, so I think that is probably going to do it.
Yeah, I think the initial call was a hold, but like you said, we're not going to get another play off. So.
Well, Scott, how'd you enjoy it?
Hey, this was definitely an experience. I appreciate you having me in, and I'm going to turn it back over to Clark, and you guys have fun going forward.
Oh, you did a great job. We had a lot of fun. This was an entertaining game. It got a little crazy there at the end, but hopefully the Panthers can find something to build on next week. Try and get a couple more wins to finish the season. We've got some winnable games, definitely in Sherrard and Fulton. So that's going to do it for us. I'm going to run the close, and see you next week.
Yeah, our guys gave everything they had in that first half, and you could tell. I mean, they were playing, laying it on the line, playing for each other, just playing hard, and it showed. And a couple breakdowns here and there on that drive they had, and then they get a tip ball for a touchdown at the end. That just is kind of a maybe you run the ball there and go to the half. Maybe you throw something short because they bailed out on you. But at the end of the day, you just got to continue to play and go to the next play. And and then I think in the second half they just kind of physically wore us down a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like, and it had to be frustrating offensively. It just didn't seem like you could get. There were some like slant passes and stuff over there, but as far as the ground game, it just never did material.
No, they're a good football team. I know the record was, doesn't show it coming in, but
Right.
They lost to Newman and Orion and Hall. I mean, those are
Right.
those are three top-tier teams, and you could tell on film that they were pretty good, and they've got good size. 51 is a load, but they've got great team speed too. We just we were trying to find some places where we could get a few yards here and there on some runs, and we threw the ball fairly well coming out of the halftime, and but that really shortens the game when you don't complete them. The clock stops, and you give them some more chances on offense, and you just kind of roll the dice with that and see what you can do. And they ended up on offense a lot more than we were on offense in the second half, and they just they kind of wore us down a little bit. I think they were physical and strong, and our guys played hard. I mean, they fought and they really dug in, but at the end of the day, they had some guys that were bigger and faster. Again, I talked to guys at the end of the game that they now have a finish line. They know when the season ends. We've got our 5 losses, and we talked about there is a finish line now. There is a finite amount of time left, and you gotta. But every game there's a reason to play for it. Every practice there's a reason to come together and be ready to play. And it's the guy next to you. We talked about that before the game.
Yeah.
You play for that guy next to you, and you trust that he's going to do it for him, and you're going to lay it on the line for each other. And there's some things for each team that can get us a little bit of extra motivation, but. At the end of the day, we talked about afterwards. Just how are you going to be remembered? You got 3 games left. You got a third of the season left still.
Yep.
What are you going to do with that time? And I'm going to probably, we'll talk again on Monday about that too. And just, it's not a time to lay down. It's time to set the foundation for not only this team to continue to build, but as we start to build a program here, and this is the group that's got to lay the right foundation. And we got to come back. We got to get back to work on Monday.
Panther Points has been brought to you by these sponsors: Cornerstone Insurance Agency, Rock River Lumber and Grain, Hammer Construction, Erie High School, Erie State Bank, Melton Seed and Service, Berkey's Farm Store, Erie Foods International, Wickert Insurance, and the Panther Athletic Boosters.